Hi, Dr. Rocco. My name is Dia Sameo. I was in your 4th grade class back in 1996. I just wanted to take this time to thank you. I didn't have a lot of confidence back then, but you really helped to nurture my talent for writing. And I'll never forget the encouragement you gave me and your leadership. Specifically when we had creative writing, and I wrote a story, I think, about dinosaurs. And you took that story, and during story time, when we all sat down, it was my story that you read. And we had a whole class project after that, and that has always stuck with me. I remember my classmates loved the story, and they were asking me how it should end, and they were so surprised that it was me that had written it, and it was you that had set that up. And it's just something like that will never leave me, and I really wanted to thank you for that. Congratulations, and thank you again.
Hi, Dr. Rocco. Hope all is well. My name is Ron Kling. I was a 4th grade student of yours at Hadestown Avenue Elementary School back in 1996. I want to take a moment to say that I'm very grateful for the compassion and kindness that you showed me, and always pushing me to be the best version of myself. It's educators like you who help students like me, a first-generation American, to go on and achieve a master's degree. And for that, I'm very thankful. Congratulations on an incredible career, and I want to wish you a very happy retirement. Thank you.
I don't know if she's the sole reason why I went into education to become a teacher, but I do know at some point in my life, after reflecting back, so I'm 16, 17 years in education myself, she's always been at the center of one of my whys. It's like planting a seed and only hoping that you're fostering it with the right amount of attention, ingredients, care. But even when you can't see anything sprouting through the soil, there's something so beautiful that is in observance of what has yet to become. My name is Glenn Morning, and I was one of her 4th grade students who had the privilege and perhaps just a covering over my life to have had her as a teacher in Danbury, where I'm born and raised.
I know I'm not the only one, but I'm pretty sure that if I didn't have Dr. Rocco as a teacher, I wouldn't have grown, matured, and changed enough to be a successful adult today.
That's why this butterfly is such a beautiful representation, because the larvae to caterpillar, where it just dissolves and transforms into something so beautiful. It's usually one of the only insects that knows exactly where the next beautiful thing is coming from. Perhaps the most influential component of it all is just the idea that you don't have to look like the people that you serve and support. In the world that we live in today, I think that's a sentiment that is not necessarily a universal principle for so many people. And one thing that I will always remember from Dr. Anna Rocco, at the time Mrs. Rocco, was that every single day it was like a fresh start. I remember that. I remember coming in and being unsure of what Hadestown was going to offer me in terms of just the daily routine of being a kid in elementary school. And I could just remember never feeling judged, feeling as if, like, as long as I was trying hard and I didn't give up on myself, that things would be okay. There were obviously times where we got even closer during moments where we were invited over. My whole family was invited over for an Easter celebration. There were times when she, maybe once or twice, where she showed up at my grandmother's house to come visit us. Just unconditional. I don't think that word or that term is usually associated with a classroom teacher or a school leader or a principal, but there was just an unconditional love that was extended, that I felt then, that I felt throughout my educational experience. And you only hope that there are more of Anna Roccos out there, you know, and I tried my hardest to become one. But with that being said, from the bottom of my heart and the Morning family, and now even passing down some of those same traits and characteristics that were instilled in me back in the 90s into my own kids, Dr. Rocco, you did it. I only pray that one day I can become as impactful as you. You know, there's only two types of educators out there. There are the ones that are hoping to make a difference, and there are the ones that get a chance to see the difference that they made. So, to your retirement, I love you. I thank you so much for everything. Enjoy those grandbabies or grandbaby. Never know. But enjoy your retirement. Stay in touch, of course. Love you guys.